Okay, well, we are back today with another install. So I got some Rocks 3-inch risers. Yeah, as you can see, they are should be pretty good. I think they're gonna work out pretty well. I think they go like this. Like that? Yeah. Oh. More bikes, more bikes, more bikes. Alright, so the first order of business, taking off the fairing. I don't know if you can really see, but pretty much Memphis shades fairing, really easy to take off. Just so lock position, you slide forward, pull up, and then leverage off. They're really easy and they're really nice. Just set you right there. Oof. Wow, I got spider webs in there. Pardon all the fucking dirt I got rained on yesterday. I haven't had a chance to clean it up yet. I think these are not 6. They are 5 mil, I think. Yep, 5 mil. So first we gotta take off the cover here. That was super loose, holy shit. Alright. I'm just gonna keep those right in there and put them down. So then we also have to take off the bolts that hold in the gauge cluster. Try not to lose the screws here. I just did. I don't know where the hooker's in there. So now, I don't know if you can see, but right here, we have to take this plug out to be able to move the gauge cluster further. And it just has a rubber seal around it. And then if you can get that out of the way. Come on. Okay. This right here. Push in, pull down. And then that gives us the space we need. When you pull it back, it gives us access to the clamp that keeps the bar in. Before I do anything, I'm gonna mark where these are, just in case. Make sure they get everything that's centered again. So just a little bit of painter's tape. Were these 6? They were 6. Alright. So with all 4 bolts out now, we can these are going to be stuck on a little bit. Oh, see, kind of have to wrench them off just a little bit. You got a rubber mallet or hammer or something like that, you can tap them off, but I was just able to pull. And then you bring the bar out. And this is why I have the towel. Get down there to protect the tank, be able to rest all this on it. One thing we do need to do is reroute cables. So we want the gauge cluster cable to come up the front of the bar, not where it was. Just creates more room for the cables to go. Set all that right there. And these pretty much go in here with the old mounting points. I gotta find where I put that bolt. Disappeared in my pocket. Yeah, so we essentially want it tight enough that we can put stuff in place and not have it move on its own, but not so tight that we can't move it. Just like that, essentially. Just about like that. And okay, so we gotta take out these side too. Alright, come on. Okay, that should give us enough room, I think. Maybe I should have put these on top first. This also needs to come out of this clamp. And what is that? Is so that's getting bound up on the brake line. Buckets for days. Okay, I need to. Nope. Oh, it has a bolt on the back, doesn't it? That does have a bolt on the back. Okay, so nut on the back is 10 mil, and I should have remembered that, but so got that off. We'll keep. And there's also a nut or a nut washer. So we just need. squeeze this whole thing through. Yeah, and then that way we can just put this right back on right there, and that'll be loose. This won't be binding on that. Okay, I think that's good. What's wrong? I thought these were, so that is the 6. Oops. Don't cross thread, come on. There we go. It's really, these are already so tall, so much taller. I was always like right here. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. So nice. Okay, anyways, now that I'm done geeking out about the new risers, I think, I need to push that one in a little bit, but I think, like, right here, like, I'm leaning back and I'm stretched out almost shoulder height. I lean forward a bit. I think about right there is where I want them. Yeah. I just noticed a little bit cockeyed, so I need to move those over just a little bit. Oh, that's right. I was thinking what I was forgetting to grab. There's bolts, new bolts you got to use for these because the stock ones aren't long enough with the risers, and I left them inside. I'll grab them in a minute. So I'm going to take these out, put a little bit of thread locker on them because I do not want them coming back out again unless I want them to come out. So we're just gonna should be good like that, and then we'll smear around in there. Okay, that might be a little much, but whatever. Up. I think I'm gonna try to torque these down actually first and then raise it up because I can't get to them without not doing that. So these need to be, I think Honda recommends 19 pound-feet of torque, so I'm at, this thing really does minimum of 20, so we're gonna try 19. I might just put it up to 20, but and there's that. Did not need much. Okay, so that should be about 19, 20. I don't know if yeah, because that should be 20, so doing a little bit less, hit 19, right? I don't know, it's enough. Okay, now I gotta adjust again. Oop. I'm gonna take these ones out, thread lock them, thread locker might be a little overkill, but I'd rather be a little safe than sorry, you know? So now, before we torque these things down, I'm gonna get everything back in place. Right about there, I think. That is the 6, yeah. All right, so that should not move now. Yep, it ain't, that's, I'm gonna do the white person thing, I'm gonna do the white person thing. That ain't going nowhere. These are the same torque spec, 19 pound-feet. That seems off. That's, I've got a gap here, but not really a gap there. I mean, there's gonna be a gap because it's not gonna seal perfectly, but I would rather not see it from the front, or at least have them the same. Just loosen up those a bit so we can just tighten this one down to make sure that gap really kind of just goes away. Yep, there we go. Because that would annoy the ever-living hell out of me if I left it like that. If one side was a little higher than the other. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we got everything tightened down up here. And everything where I want it. So, now, I'm gonna reinstall the gauge cluster. Because of the risers, the original bolts are not going to fit well enough. And I just realized we gotta move this out of the way. After that connect, I think I can plug that back in now. I don't think I have to wait. Yeah, and then make sure this is all up. Snug around there. Yeah, so these are the bolts that I was told were needed for this, 60 millimeter long. You can just see the it's an M6x1. Get them at Home Depot for $1 a piece or something like that. What I need to see though, so I saw everybody else doing these. They were able to put this back in, but they might have had these farther rolled forward farther than I do. So I might need to bring this down a little bit to make those fit. Alright, well I realized what I had done wrong. I need to pull these forward so I can get this into place, and then I can raise these up a little bit more. So I need to loosen these. just want just enough room, or yeah, just to be able to pull these forward a bit. And then get these to go, you know, into their home. So along with these bolts, so put this one in too. Since it is spaced out farther, we need some spacers, which I ended up finding these online. You need about 45 millimeters of spacers, so if you get one long one, that should work. I couldn't find them, so I got a 30 and a 15. And these, let's go right on the end. And that makes it so we can get tension on these. We need 2 more of these. Yeah, I'll link those. I only found them in packages of 10. So if you can get one off, or, you know, if you have a 3D printer and are not stupid like me and forget that you have a 3D printer, you can print your own spacers. Okay, so that's kind of where that's gonna have to live. Okay, so I've got the cluster mounted where it's supposed to be, and I was thinking I had to move the cluster somehow to get the bars to be in a good spot, because this is about as far as it will go with those. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is loosen this up a bit and just rotate these bars up so they're sitting up here. Okay, so the height and all that is good. I just need to figure out where exactly I want bars. So right here is pretty relaxed. But I think this is a good spot for them right now, because for size and how far back they come, that's really cool. I can relax. Gonna have to adjust these, so probably tighten them down a little bit. Those were a little too easy to adjust. Okay, we can turn that off. But so if we looking at cables, we go full tilt. Oh. Okay, I got plenty of room, plenty of clearance, full lock. I don't see anything binding up. The great thing about just getting the 3-inch risers, you really don't have to do any elongation. You just gotta unclip, and that gives you all the slack you need. Okay, I think that's good. I kind of almost want to raise all, or angle this all back so this is sitting a little higher, but I don't know. We'll ride for a bit with it like this and we'll see. But yeah, time of riding. Now it's time for a test ride, I think. Oh yeah, before the test ride I gotta put the cowl back on, make sure it fits. Just line up the bottom sockets. Well, make sure you do it with it in place on the headlight. What is this one doing? Come on. There we go. That doesn't look like it's stretching. Okay. That should be fine. Alright, well, first impression of the risers, they bring them back a lot more than they bring them up because of how you have to mount the head or the gauge cluster here. Yeah, not bad at all, but it's just different. The gauge cluster is more looking up and not at you. I can still read it. Yeah, it seems to handle just like it did before though. Like I barely got to think about dipping in and it'll go. Okay, that camera view is gonna be bugging me. I know when I get to fucking editing. It's good for trying to do an install of something, but when riding you can't actually see shit with it. So let me switch that up real quick. Okay, we should be back in super view now. And I just noticed that does look like it's kind of tight. I don't think that should be that tight when I'm like, it doesn't get much tighter when I'm moving back and forth. It doesn't look to be getting much tighter, but I can feel a difference in the brake pedal. Like here it's squishy, not squishy. Like, yeah, I might have to look into that. I don't know if maybe I need to reroute this, pull that under the tree and just put it back up so it's coming up, the cable's coming up here, give it a little bit more slack. That might be something I might need to do. Also, tilting this up like this might have been what caused that to tighten up, because it wasn't it didn't look super tight when I first put the bars up. So that might have been what caused that to do that. Okay, I've been doing a bit of research, and I think I do want to reroute this cable here for the brake cylinder because it is a little bit tight. Luckily, I found that you can just take this whole thing off instead of the cable and bleeding the brakes and all that. You can just take this entire thing off and pass it through the forks. And I think because I have the plate for the Memphis shades, I think this is far enough forward that I don't have to take off the headlight. I think I can fit it straight through there. I need to unlock my forks is what I was gonna do. But yeah, so I'm gonna make it a little bit easier on myself and undo. Oh, there's a bolt on the bottom. I think that was 10 mil, if I remember right. Yes. I just gotta hold that. And that is why you get a electric screwdriver. So quick and easy, and you just take that off and then that's that. So that is, I mean, the brake lever is super easy to come off. You're going in the pocket because you're going to try to run away if you don't. Oh yeah. And then I need, I think it was the 5mm. Right, yeah. Okay, whoop. Let's not lose that. So, we do need to take these off. I think they just unplug easily. Just need to remember which ones go where. Okay, so those are in order. Okay, and then just snake this through. A little bit. Do we have room? I mean, if I have to take off, yeah. Okay, so it looks like we do need to remove the headlight. I think these were, those are 6s. Probably need to really remove this one. Oh, maybe that's why, because there's a freaking bolt on the bottom too. I forgot about that. And it's not 10, that's probably 12. All right, I think this was a 6, yeah. Yes. Do that because I can. Okay. Okay, that should be plenty of room to slide this whole thing through now. Oh yeah, like butter. Now we put headlight bolt back in. Well, there we go. All right. So now we can go back to having. I'll put you back in so I don't lose you. I'll put the 10mm back in because you like to run away. Alright, yep, and 5mm. You know what I'll do first? While this is loosey-goosey, put these back in. They're easy to tell which one went where. Okay. As far as I know, there's no tech. Wait, tech? What was I trying to say? There's no torque spec. I was gonna say tech spork. There's no tech spork. If there's a torque spec for this, I don't really know what it is. So I'm just kind of going till it feels tight and snug, so I don't like strip a bolt. And that's good. And by the way, I realized I forgot to record it earlier, but I did torque these down. All these are down to 19 foot-pound. And if you look real closely, I managed to strip this one somehow, so hope I don't have to take it out anytime soon. Alright, well, that's I think it for today. Now everything is routed a little bit better. We got plenty of slack. Going full tilt left and right. Plenty. And this is back on. Alright, I think we are good to go for this. So if you stuck around this long, thanks. If you feel like it, give me a little like or a comment or subscribe. You know, the YouTube things. And yeah, I guess that is it, and I'll catch you later. Peace.